want to take this opportunity, however, to suggest that we all hail heroic. That's all I'm saying.
Forgive me, Doctor. I'm receiving a number of distress calls. I don't doubt it.
Y'all remember to tip your waitresses. Have a mighty fine night.
You come in peace, surrender or be destroyed. Here to make war, we surrender. False good, important news are needed new people.
When the appointed hour arrives, the Marauders will deactivate their cloaking devices and begin transporting Klingon shock troops directly to the landing zone.
Landing zone? Where? Tell me.
Why not? Your feeble weapons will be useless against us. We will kill all your males and take your females to mate with.
All right. Now the Federation's taking over, whether you like it or not. You people, you've been running this planet like a piecework planet. From now on, it's gonna be under one roof. You're gonna run it like a business. That means you're gonna make a profit.
Look at these 3 words written larger than the rest, with a special pride never written before or since. Tall word, proudly saying, "We the people."
Hi, I'm Nicole DeBoer. I played Lieutenant Ezri Dax on DS9, and I welcome you to Birdo Prey 5 channel. Hail Karoga.
Hello world, it's Birdo Prey 5, Qapla, and welcome to the Star Trek Day Reaction Day Bed Life for Friday, September 9th, 2022. Yesterday, September 8th, was Star Trek Day, the 56th anniversary of the day TOS premiered in the United States. Obviously in Canada, they got to see the Man Trap 2 days before us for some reason. One of the few times Canada edged out the United States. Well, I think their Thanksgiving also comes like a month early, but whatever. We'll just say they got lucky. You know what? Shatner, technically Canadian, so I guess it's fair. They got to see it. They got to see it 2 days early. Good for them. But Star Trek Day officially September 8th, and oh my God. Well, I don't even know where to start, but we'll get to it. Not Ryan Johnson first in the chat this morning, saying hello in Qapla. Hail Karoga, technically 1:30 this afternoon. Qapla, John Araki, who was second in the chat, says, where are all the YouTube tracker reviewers peep at? Bird of Prey gonna steal your subs. I don't think I'm stealing anybody's subs, but yeah, I saw some people reviewing Star Trek Day. Most of them were, I'm not going to call them shills, but most of the channels I saw reviewing Star Trek Day were channels that had nothing but good things to say about all the new tracks, including Star Trek Discovery, including Star Trek Picard. And if you love Star Trek Discovery, and if you love Star Trek Picard, good for you. I'm happy for you. But you really can't find anything to criticize. Anything to criticize. In that case, I do not respect you. Because no, listen, you might like a show, but it's not perfect. Don't tell me Star Trek Discovery is perfect. Don't tell me it's the best Trek ever created. I'm sorry. I can respect you If you say, you know what, I still like Star Trek Discovery. It gives me spaceships and pew, pew, pew. And they talk about the Federation. And okay, the Klingons looked a little ridiculous, but the Klingons looked ridiculous in TOS. And then they changed them in the movies and nobody gave a shit. So why should I give a shit? I understand that. And you know what? I would argue you have the right to that. You have the total and absolute right to that opinion. And you're right. There's no fundamental reason I can say, well, Klingorks go too far, but the change from TOS to the movies to TNG, that was all okay. That was all okay. But the Klingork change, that's just stupid. I mean, don't get me wrong. I feel I can make that argument because I'm like, they were never supposed to have two dingalings. Okay. Nobody ever thought Worf had two. Okay. This was one comment from a below average TNG episode where they talked about how Klingons had redundant organs. Okay. It was very clear they didn't have fucking 4 nostrils. They only have 1 mouth. Why would they have 2 holes somewhere else? It doesn't make any fucking sense. But if you wanted to argue it, I could let you. But there is no fucking way you can seriously say that Star Trek Discovery is the best Star Trek ever created. If you really going to say that, then I am going to fucking laugh in your face. I'm going to laugh when you're not even here. Okay? I'm sorry. Yes, I know if you were here, I'd make fun of you for being here. And if you're not here, I'm still going to make fun of you because you're a fucking moron. And the same goes for Picard. If you think Picard is the greatest Star Trek ever created, I'm sorry, but I don't want you breathing the same air I breathe. I don't know how to stop you from doing it, but I don't want you. I want to plexiglass myself in if I have to fucking trade some guy in San Francisco the recipe for transparent aluminum to get him to wall me off from the rest of the world's air. I'll do it. I'll do it. John DeMarco is looking forward to some big rants today. John, why do you think there's going to be rants? There's not going to be any rants. Richie Poole says Forvok because he's the 4th person here. Richie, isn't it somebody's birthday today? Thomas Potts says, Bird of Prey, we have chosen you to review the new Quantum Leaf show. Oh my God. You know, I saw the previews. Of the new Quantum Leap. And to be honest, you're like, oh, this doesn't look half bad. It doesn't look half bad. Until I thought, wait, why was that person so shocked they were a paratrooper? I'm guessing, and I know nothing. I know nothing about the new Quantum Leap. But my guess is that they were shocked they were a man. Am I right? Maybe I'm not right. But my guess is the new Quantum Leap star is a woman. And when she was looking in the reflection of the glasses of the paratrooper, and she was coming to the realization of her face that she was this dude, that I think was the thing. Not that she was about to jump out of a plane or that she was a soldier. It was that she was a dude. I'm guessing. I don't know. Could be wrong. That's all I know so far. Thomas, I might check it out. I don't know. And Richie Poole says, hey, wasn't Star Trek Day yesterday? Yes, it was, Richie. That's why today is Star Trek Reactions. Captain Fandom Nerd uses his 7-month memberships, says, hail, Karoga. And the Random Menace, I am sorry, Random Menace, I saw you used your 24-month membership message while it was streaming, while the opening stream says, greetings from the future. Live long and prosper, and a fantastic weekend to everyone. Thank you so much, Fandom Menace and Pop Culture Curator. Qapla, Pop Culture Curator. It says you've become a Kurogan orphan. Welcome, Pop Culture Curator. I don't know if that was you purchasing it or if people are still getting subscriptions from prior. But I believe you purchased this one. Thank you so much, Pop Culture Curator. Welcome back to a Kurogan orphan. Richie Poole then puts in Sisso Pray, Mamo Pray, Nephew O Pray, and the sassy emojis. Thank you, Richie. And John DeMarco says, I think he needed a day to recover from the Star Trek Day stream. Oh, I did. I did. Thomas Potts says, in the Kurogan Church, Thursday is Sunday. Any day is Sunday, technically. Mike Richards says, greetings from Columbus, Ohio. Wordle Pray and chat, greetings, Mike Richards. Richie Poole says, September 8th is now known for 4 important historical events. The TOS premiere, the animated series premiere, Queen Elizabeth's death, and my birthday. Happy birthday, Richie Poole. Mike Richards says happy birthday to Richie. Richie says thanks. Yes, Mama Pray. It's Richie Poole's birthday. Mama Pray wishes you a happy birthday too. Well, I guess you know what time it is. Yes, today, September 9th. But he was yesterday. Yesterday was his birthday. But happy belated. Okay. Well, since I didn't stream yesterday, Richie, you got this now. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Richie Poole. Happy birthday to you. And I will send you something from Sisso Pray later. I'm kidding. But no, maybe I will. Maybe I will. We'll see. I think I can get her to sign something. Not a check, but maybe a photo or something. Let me know if you're interested, Richie. You have your ways of contacting me. Happy birthday, Richie. I hope you had a great day and hope you have another great day. Richie Poole is saying, Dear Bop. We'll get to the Dear Bops, Richie. Do we need to get there quickly or can we wait a bit? John Iraqi says the soulless minions of orthodoxy unite. The soulless minions of orthodoxy, are they even real? I don't know. Maybe they are. Maybe they should come back in lower decks. That would be interesting to see the soulless minions of orthodoxy actually being a real group. John DeMarco says, greetings all. Greetings, John. Kronos says, bird is late. I wasn't late. The multi-gunman calls me a cheater. How am I cheating? I'm not cheating. I don't know what game you think I'm cheating in. However, as I do like free points, I do ask anybody interested in playing poker, not the poker we play during my poker streams, but just poker to play when you're bored. Download, you in the description of this video right now is my affiliate link. An affiliate link gives me credit for Governors of Poker 3. It's a really fun poker game. I play it. Mamo Pray plays it. Cinnabon plays it. A whole bunch of people are playing it these days. You know, if you're a friend and you're online, you can join the table I'm at. You can send each other gifts for free. It's a completely free to play game. They do try to get you to buy things with real money, but you don't ever have to do that. Anyway, the point is you can play right in your web browser. It's completely free. And the link to play it is in the description of the video. You click that link, it automatically will make you my friend when you join the game. So we're connected, and I get free chips when you come in, and I appreciate it. So thank you. If you're interested in playing, check it out. Kronos is both Galron and Martok like Kuroga. Of course they do. Multi-Gunman says, hey, Bird, how's it going? Oh, it's going okay, Multi-Gunman. I also do apologize. Yesterday, I would have had a video out, but I had a ultrasound, an abdominal ultrasound, and while we're still waiting for the official results, it appears that my latest pains are coming from gallbladder stones. So I don't know. We'll figure it out, as we always do. John DeMarco says, good to see the Multi-Gunman. Kronos says, Qapla world. Richie Poole says, Qapla. Mike Richards says, greetings to the Random Menace. Sci-Fi Nation, Qapla Sci-Fi Nation says, greetings, Berto Prey, Mamo Prey, Sassio Prey, and fellow nerds. All hail, glorious leader, and of course, God Emperor, Bird O Prey 5. Qapla Sci-Fi Nation. I hope you're doing well. I saw your last video. I'm sorry things took a turn with that other guy, but maybe you guys will figure it out, or you know, you can still stream on your own if you need to. It's no worries. Kronos says, is Bird of Prey piloting? Oh dear Lord, no, not piloting anything right now. Kronos says, can Bird drive better than Troy? I'd like to think I can. John says, let the rants begin. Kronos says, wow, even Discovery. Did the shills even watch it? You know what, Kronos? I have video from this last Star Trek day. I don't think they did watch it. And if they did watch it, they clearly don't have the fucking slightest clue what they watched. And we'll see it. We'll see it. Random Menace says, from all the new stuff, I like the most Prodigy. I can understand that. I mean, like I said, Prodigy. I didn't even bring up Prodigy because Prodigy is kind of its own thing. That's fine. Prodigy doesn't offend me in the least. Okay, Prodigy doesn't offend me in any way whatsoever. It's not the most interesting track because it is made for kids, and you know, it's a little hard for me to watch, but it doesn't offend me. There was nothing offensive in the first 10 episodes of Prodigy. There were some things that didn't make much sense, but it wasn't offensive. Richie Poole says Star Trek, the original series, is perfect. Well, Richie, I don't know about perfect, but it's damn good. It is damn good. Multi-Gunman says confirmed. Birdo Prey 5 is happy to love Star Trek Discovery. I did not say that. I did not. And Star Trek Picard and thinks Discovery is perfect. Fake news. Fake news. Hashtag fake news. Words and Pictures says Qapla Birdo Prey. Good to see you. Good to be here. Good to see you here. Words and Pictures. Early Bird Rant. Always a winner, says Words and Pictures. Kronos says, I don't like the Klingorks. They are just wrong. I agree, Kronos, obviously, but I can understand if somebody, you know, wants to argue. Kronos says that this is a rant. John DeMarco is yaying at the rant. Richie Poole starting out with Bird Rant. Kronos says, don't be sorry for an opinion. I'm not sorry. I just, you know, it's opinion. As God Emperor, understand though, my opinions carry more weight than the opinions of you, you know, mere mortals. I'm just saying. So I have to be careful. I have to be more careful when I announce my opinions. Not Ryan Johnson says rant. John DeMarco says ranting is Kuroga national sport. Josh Street says we lost Birdo Prey 5 to another bird rant because of Discovery. Multi-Gunman says salty would whine because Bird said he doesn't like Discovery. Kronos' Poole had a birthday. Apparently, yes, he did. Congratulations, Richie, again. Wesley Crusher says, greetings, birds, turds, and nerds. Greetings, Wesley. Richie Poole says, shut up, Wesley. Sci-Fi says, hey. Kronos is a remake of Quantum Leap. Oh, geez. Wesley says, word is bird ranting about Star Trek Day, Wes. Star Trek Day was yesterday. Pop Culture Curator says, Qapla, bird, hope you're doing well. I'm doing okay, Pop Culture Curator. I hope you're doing well. Keely Chow says, hey, everybody, Qapla, Keely. Wesley says, where is my 24-month super chat? You've got it. You can use it, Wes. You got to hit the, I think the $ symbol when you try to chat. Something like that. You can figure it out. I have faith in you, Wes. I have total faith in you. The Multi-Gunman says, Bird of Prey, of course, the new Quantum Leap person will be a woman. She'll also be leaping in time in order to fight white supremacy, the Orange Man, and transphobia. You know what? Speaking of transphobia, my God, the people they got to host Star Trek Day. The drag queen and fucking woman who played whatever, Laurel, the original Klingork woman from season 1 and season 2 of Star Trek Discovery. Oh my God. This woman looks nothing like she looked like 5 fucking years ago. I don't know if she thought she was going to a fucking costume party or if this is just how far she has fallen. But I swear to God, when she was on TV, in fact, I remember when Star Trek Discovery was still in its first fucking season, they did a special Star Trek Day on Let's Make a Deal, right? With what's his face? Wayne Brady. Wayne Brady on CBS television did a Star Trek, all Star Trek, Let's Make a Deal. And everybody in the fucking audience came in either TOS or TNG outfits, even though it was supposed to be a big push for Star Trek Discovery. The only people dressed as Discovery was like 1 or 2 cast members of Let's Make a Deal, because they couldn't find anybody else who wanted to fucking dress in that awful fucking blue uniform that they had those poor sons of bitches in the first season of Discovery. And fucking Laurel, the woman who played Laurel, the Klingork, she was there. And she was human looking, and she actually had a pretty good, she could speak Klingon so much better with her human, without the fucking Klingork makeup on, that I was impressed. I was like, you know what? She's actually a pretty good fucking Klingon. It's too bad for her that they've got her under this fucking awful Klingork goddamn mask. Whereas if she had been a real Klingon, like in TNG, she would have just had, you know, some makeup on and a fake fucking forehead, and she could probably talk. She probably could have talked just fine, and she would have sounded fucking normal speaking Klingon. Instead, they got her under this fucking, I don't know, half a fucking Ratatouille outfit, and she can hardly move her fucking mouth, and we can't understand a word. She doesn't even sound like a Klingon. Anyway, but the point is, she looked human. She looked, I mean, I'm not going to say she was particularly attractive, but, you know, she wasn't particularly unattractive either. She's a big woman. She's a tall woman, okay? She's a big lady. I'm a big guy, you know? I could deal with big ladies, that's fine. But she looked fucking human. Fast forward 5 years later to whatever the fuck she was supposed to be when she was she was guest hosting Star Trek Day last night, and I think she was fucking thought she went to a fucking Halloween costume party. Because I don't know what she was fucking trying to be, but it wasn't human, and it certainly wasn't Klingon. I mean, she didn't even attempt to dress as a Klingon. She her skin got like 50 shades whiter. I like she's Casper the Friendly Ghost complexion. She's got metal things in her face. I don't even know. I mean, they're not earrings. They're not even, I guess there's some sort of body piercings. They're not symmetrical. I have no idea what the fuck I was looking at. But there she was. I don't know. So I don't know. Is that transphobia? Is it transphobia if I don't know if I'm looking at a man or a woman or something in between? I have nothing against her. Personally, it's not because of what she's dressed as or what she looks like. I just don't like the fucking show she's on. Kronos says, poor orphans. Keely Chow says hello. Sci-Fi says hey to Keely, as does Captain Fandom Nerd. Qapla again, Captain. Pop Culture Curator thought I was already subbed. You were subbed, Pop Culture Curator. You might have dropped off at some point, but I definitely remember you being subbed. Chrono says the Church of Kuroga. It's really scary there. Well, it's not for the faint of heart. Chrono says hey to Mamo Prey. Pleasant Valley Picker, California, says was nice to celebrate Canada. Excuse me. Pleasant Valley Picker, Canada, says it was nice to celebrate Star Trek Day twice this week. September 6th in Canada and 8th in the U.S. Yes, indeed. Congratulations again. I can't hold it against you. You know, we did get Shatner from you. And is Nimoy Canadian too? I don't even know. I don't know. Chrono says, hey, I know Alex Trebek was. Alex Trebek, another solid Canadian who made it to the United States and then stayed here. Richie Poole says, yay. Pleasant Valley Picker says, sad about the Queen passing. Absolutely, it was. In fact, Patrick Stewart, Sir Patrick Stewart, does talk about the passing of the Queen on his Star Trek Day interview. I thought it was a little weird that he made it about himself so much, but I guess any celebrity is going to do that. Multi-Gun Man says, Bird of Prey, Mamo Prey for President of the Universe in our universe and the Mirror Universe. I wonder what Mamo Prey in the Mirror Universe is like, though. No, Kronos, I'm not sending Richie Stisso Prey's panties. Wesley says, my super chat did not work. Oh, I'm sorry, Wes. It happens every so often. I don't know why. But Wesley, what do you want me to say? I will read your chats regardless. The Multi-Gun Man says, Wesley, Emperor Bird has banned all super chats. That is fake news. Wesley says, hey to Captain Fandom. She was the longest lived monarch, 70 years. I know, I've heard it, but it's hard for me to believe, having been only 43 years old myself. Kronos' Bird has to catch up in the chats. Keep up the typing. Wesley says, my super chat didn't work, son of a bitch. Wes, you don't need to super chat, Wes. I mean, I'm sorry it didn't work. Don't get me wrong. I really wish it did. Maybe that's why I'm not getting any super chats today, but it's fine. We don't need to worry about super chats. Let's just, we can do at Birdo Prey 5, and I'll read it. Richie Poole says, something from Sisso Prey, that would be the best birthday present ever. And Chrono says, oh no, more stones. Wesley uses all the custom emojis. Dave G says, you look chipper today. Thank you. Chrono says, I'm trying to watch Discovery. Berto Prey, it's really painful. Why? Why are you trying to watch Discovery? Sci-Fi Nation says, doing good, Bird. Thank you. I'm doing an STO stream tonight at 7 p.m. Eastern. Guys, if you're at all interested in Star Trek Online, 7 p.m. Eastern, Sci-Fi Nation, check out the stream. Yvette says, good evening, Bird and everyone. Qapla, Yvette. Thanks for stopping in. John DeMarco says, it didn't offend me. Is about the best new Trek has to offer. Well, it's true. It's true. And Captain Fandom Nerd and LDG both testing super chats for $2, and it's working. Thank you so much, guys. I appreciate it. I don't know why it's not working for some people, and it is working for others, but I greatly appreciate those tests.
Captain's log, stardate
Greatly
7414.1.
appreciate it. Thank you.
Our best estimates place us some 4 hours from Earth.
Josh Street says Troy has only crashed 2 ships, and the great bird crash prey has crashed too many ships to count. And 205 donated $2.49 and said, am I worthy of kissing Dax? Of course you're worthy of kissing Dax, 205, but you got the happy baby link instead. You got the happy baby link. Don't worry, I will show kissing Dax before the stream ends. I appreciate the donation. And that also confirms that the donation link is working. If you would rather skip the YouTube super chat fee, there's a link in the description to just tip me. And that bypasses YouTube and just sends the money straight to me. Okay, I skipped a whole bunch of chat. Chrono says, stones so pray, make bird lively. Well, to be honest, as of this second, there's no pain. So I don't know if I passed the stone or what, or if it'll come back. Usually the worst time is at night. I wake up at 2, 3 in the morning and I'm in a hell of a lot of pain. And for those who don't know, I've been checking out YouTube in the middle of the night lately to see who's streaming and who can lull me back to sleep. Like Deej streamed last night. And though I missed the stream, I put it on replay and I got back to sleep. Antidote Jill Qapla says, listening while driving, live long and prosper. And a sparkling heart. Thank you, Antidote Jill. Antidote Jill, guys, she did a wonderful show just before I started on Tuvix. Of course, did Tuvix have a right to exist? Should Tuvix have been killed by Captain Janeway? And my opinion is that Tuvix was an abomination that should have been vaporized the moment he was created. Okay? As soon as he stepped off the transporter pad, Captain Janeway should have looked at this and said, no, you're an abomination. I know that my friend Tuvok would rather die than live like this. And she should have pulled out her phaser and vaporized Tuvix before he had a chance to even say anything in his defense. That's what should have happened. But, that would have been too real. That would have been too real for everybody. Kronos says, faith of the heart. John DeMarco says, rant round 2. Ding, 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 says Dave G. Cinnabon Bunny. Hello, Cinnabon Bunny. Cinnabon's been doing his card collecting streams. I've been watching those too. Really enjoy them. Even though I'm not particularly into Pokemon, but most of the other cards, especially My favorite cards have been the women of Star Trek, but those are expensive and hard to find. Cinnabon says hashtag bird snake Borg snake series. Okay, I don't even know what that means. Chronos says this could be a rant. Words and pictures as the silent pauses between describing the host for Star Trek show say, oh, so very much. And Richie Poole says it's official, Bird Rant Part 2. Wesley's Bird of Prey, if Charles III comes out as trans, would she be the drag queen of England? Yes. I don't know. The drag king of England, perhaps? John DeMarco says this rant really resonates with me. I'm glad it does, John. I'm glad it does. Chronos says the Klingorks don't have hair. They did in the second season. Dandy Lying Down says, I must see that Star Trek episode of The Price is Right. Dandy Lying Down. I did a video on it. You do. Because I specifically said, and I might have saved it. I might have it saved somewhere. But it was literally the best episode of Star Trek CBS had created in like 20 years at that point. It was an amazing Star Trek. It was the best episode of Star Trek, official episode from officially CBS. Because remember, Let's Make a Deal airs on CBS. And Wayne Brady himself is a giant Star Trek fan. Wayne Brady is a big Trekkie. Okay, and he's an old school Trekkie. Okay, Deep Space Nine, TNG, TOS, not this fucking Discovery, Strange New World shit. And don't get me wrong, Strange New Worlds is far above what Discovery is, but it's still far below anything created prior to Star Trek 2009. Okay, whether your least favorite Trek is Enterprise or Voyager, in either case, those are both so much better than Discovery or Strange New Worlds. You know. And the officially, so everybody knows, this past Wednesday, we did the final episode of Deep Space Nine on DS9 Wednesdays, What You Leave Behind, the double episode. Next Wednesday is the DS9 documentary, What We Left Behind. And then the Wednesdays coming up after that will be Enterprise Wednesdays. We are doing Enterprise. It's official. Enterprise, not Voyager. Enterprise will be the next Wednesday series that we do. All 4 seasons of Enterprise. The exact start date, I don't know. I might leave a week in between. We have to see how I feel, but it's Enterprise. Pop Culture Curator says a plastic mask. That's what it is. They wear plastic masks. Richie Poole says Bird likes big women. Richie, to be honest, I don't like big women per se, but let's face it, at 6'4", I could feel comfortable with a 6'2" woman. And you know, I went out on dates with 1 or 2 of them, and it was okay. I was okay with it. But to be honest, I prefer, I don't know, I prefer smaller women, but that's okay. I at this point, I really don't have, I don't have a lot to, you know, I can't, you know, beggars can't be choosers, okay? If a 6'9" Amazon woman comes and was like, you know, snoo, I'd be like, yeah, fuck, snoo, that's fine. I'll take it. even if it's death by snoo snoo at this point. But I'm just saying, 5 years ago, I looked at her and I was like, she's not particularly ugly. And, when the Klingork makeup, you have no idea what somebody really looks like. But then last night, I didn't think I was looking at the same human being. I didn't think I was looking at the same human being. And it's not like she became a meth addict like Kess. Okay? I mean, I don't know what she's on, but it's not meth. It's something much more potent. 50 Shades of Klingork. No. John DeMarco says, I don't know what I'm looking at, was a common thought during that stream. I don't know what I was looking at. I didn't understand what I was hearing. Why did the fucking drag queen have to tell everyone they were a drag queen? Like, so the fuck what? You're a drag queen. You know what? If you didn't open your fucking mouth and say, hey, I'm a drag queen, maybe, just maybe, somebody would have thought you were an actual woman. Or I don't know what, but I don't give a shit. I don't care that you're a drag queen. Just fucking ask your questions. Don't insert yourself into every fucking question. Okay? I don't care what you think of Star Trek. If you have a question about Star Trek, ask your question. Don't preface it every fucking time with, I'm a drag queen. Are there any drag queens in outer space? What is he supposed to fucking answer? There's no right answer, right? Anything he says is going to think wrong. If he says yes, because she asked, are there drag queens? She. I don't even know if I'm supposed to say he or she, because I don't even know if a drag queen is technically a trans person or not. So is a drag queen a he or a she or an it? I feel disrespectful if I say it, because it is something I give to something that's not human. I know they're mostly he's dressed up as she's, but I don't get if that's even... There's lots of he's dressed up like she's today, and I don't know what the fucking correct term, proper pronoun to use is, and I'm upset at myself for even caring. But the point is, I'm not trying to be insulting when I say he or she, okay? I'm not trying to be insulting. I'm trying to say whatever they want me to say. I don't care. I personally don't give a shit about pronouns. For fuck's sake, you guys can call me she. I don't fucking care. Pronouns don't make or break anybody, in my opinion. And as giving that opinion, I will be the first person to admit that you can use any pronouns you want when referring to me. As long as I can understand what you mean, I'm happy. That said, this drag queen, whether he or she or any other pronoun they want, stop fucking saying you're a drag queen every fucking time. Nobody gives a shit. Okay? At least I don't. The people answering your questions don't. Ask your fucking question. Are there drag queens in outer space? And by outer space, you mean the Star Trek future. So Alex Kurtzman had to answer this question. So what is the answer? Of course he's going to say yes. Because what the fuck else can he say? What is he going to say? No? No, there's no drag queens in the future? How is that possible? We've seen him. We've seen fucking, even in TNG, that fucking arts colony holodeck program that fucking Troy's mom took Alexander to, I'm sure there were fucking shenanigans going on in that artist colony. Okay? And not the least of which is Luxwana was fucking naked. Luxwana was naked it probably wasn't the best thing that Luxuano was going to get nude in front of like a 7-year-old boy. Okay, but how the fuck did Alexander even get to be 7 years old when he was conceived in the second fucking season of a show that only ran 7 seasons? Fuck. But whatever. Why? It's so dirty. I don't want to think about it. Wesley says, when Bird rants, every other fucking word is fuck. Multi-Gunman says, confirmed, being an actress on Discovery makes you crazy, apparently. Josh Reed says, another Bird rant. Great, we've hit RantCon 1. Dandelion Down says, isn't transphobia the country where vampires come from? Yeah, you know what? Maybe that's it. Maybe I misunderstood. Yitza Lemons, Qapla Yitza, says, far gone are the days that ugly women only had to worry about being asked if they're pregnant. Now they have to say whether or not they're a man. Deja Lu comment. Yeah, that's it. Poor women just had to worry about whether they were, oh, when are you expecting? Now they have to ask, is she your pronoun? Oh my God. LDG says it was 7 of 9 day 2 days ago. Oh my God, 7 of 9 is one of the biggest offenders from this past Star Trek day. I mean, maybe not her fault per se, but that's another thing that comes up. Did you know that 7 of 9 was a queer icon? Not only now, not only for Picard, but supposedly, according to the drag queen, 7 of 9 has always been a queer icon. Why would 7 of 9 have been a queer icon 25 years ago in Star Trek Voyager? She was clearly straight in Star Trek Voyager. There is nothing that gave us any hint that she was in any way anything but straight. Now, in hindsight, it might have been interesting for her to, experiment with her sexuality because it had been presumably suppressed by the Borg for, the 20 years or whatever she was a Borg. So I could have understood that, but they didn't do it. So it's too late now. Qapla, Gorilla's Random Thoughts. Welcome. LDG says, whoops. Yitza says, hello to Captain. Kronos is an evil Mamo Prey in the mirror universe. Richie Poole says, Mamo Prey is Empress of Earth in the mirror universe. Wesley Crusher says, Bird of Prey, I wanted to say on a super chat, please no singing. Then I tried for my birthday. I want you to not sing. Well, no problem, Wes. Remind me for your birthday not to sing, and I won't sing. Kronos says, Mamo Prey killed Empress Ahoshi. I don't know, maybe. Although technically Mamo Prey is living before Empress Hoshi ever takes office. Josh Reed says, wasn't Louis the what's that? The 14th, the longest lived monarch by 2 years. I you know what, Josh Reed, I don't know the details. Wazzy says 4:30 Eastern. Bird is behind in the chats. Okay, yeah, 15 minutes. The Multi-Gunman says Bird, Prince Charles is now King Charles III. After 73 years, he finally has a job. Yes, he does. Wesley Crusher says, guys, lol. LDG says it might be something you're saying in the super chat. Kronos reminds us the tip counts. Wesley says, guess my money is no good. Well, Wes, if YouTube doesn't want to take it, you don't have to give it to them. Gorilla's random thought says, so you are dedicating a kissing dax to the queen. No, not to the queen. Gorilla says, off them all and off a version for good measure. Cronos says, wow, Bird of Prey, you are strict. LDG says, hey, sin. Cinnabon, maybe? No, there's some other sin here. Richie Poole says, remind me to never give Bird a phaser. Oh, we're going to see some phasers. We're going to see a fucking phaser, Richie. Mike Richards says, Bird solution for every problem, vaporize. Well, it would set off the alarms, but if it didn't set off the alarms, vaporizing is a wonderful solution. Kronos says 7 is probably a rare card. I would agree. Kronos says, I haven't seen the second season of Discovery yet. Nor should you. Rant Wave 3, says Kronos. Pop Culture Curator says, I'll watch Let's Make a Deal when they get Monty Hall back. I don't know if he can come back. In fact, I would venture to say I might be scared of watching it. Is he even alive? I think he must be long dead, no? John Street says, Bird of Prey, strange new track, being better than Discovery isn't saying much. It's not. It is absolutely not. But it is something. It is something. And Kronos says, yay for Enterprise. Yitza says, we cut out the intro for Captain track. I'm giving Captain Fandom Nerd, though. The intro is what it is. Broken Bow, yes, Random Menace, Broken Bow, episode 1 of Enterprise. Josh Street says, Bird of Prey, What We Left Behind, looking back at Star Trek Deep Space Nine, is still free with ads on YouTube, and he puts in the link. And thank you so much. Anybody who hasn't seen the DS9 documentary, go ahead and click on that link, and you can watch it. You can watch it without me. Kronos says he likes Amazonians. Pop Culture Curator says, Kronos, yes, like Bob Barker, the repayments are terrible. Their target audience isn't even most of the public anymore. Everything is made for the BET channel. I'll be honest, Pop Culture Curator, I like, for a long time, I used to watch Let's Make a Deal and then The Price is Right religiously. They still are probably the best things on television at their respective times, which for me is 10 a.m. and 11 a.m. Eastern. The Random Menace says, I feel comfortable with women that has only 2 feet. Why would I date a centipede? I don't know, but I would suppose if you were a guy who's into feet, as we know there are quite a few of them that are out there, maybe you want more than 2 feet. Maybe that's exciting to you. Maybe having multiple pairs of feet gets you, gets you off somehow. Richie Poole says, Enterprise Wednesday, and Bird of Prey 5 will treat us with his rendition of Faith of the Heart every week, except for the 2 Mirror Universe episodes. Kronos says, I killed my cable more than a year ago, and Kess has superpowers. Yitza says, Neelix's goo tends to do that. Wow. 47 Yorktown says, hello, young sir, Qapla. 47 Yorktown. Rant Wave 3, Richie Poole says, ban Kronos. Wesley Crusher says, confirmed here, Bird of Prey wants death by Snoo Snoo. I am not a drag queen, Kronos. You're not getting banned. John DeMarco says, I think the proper term is crazy. What is she talking about, says LDG. See, I don't mind. You can say that. I don't care. Pop the Curators, if you're upset with yourself or proper use of pronouns, their manipulation is working. It is working. It is working. That's what's upsetting. The Random Menace says drag is just a costume, not trans. Trans is a gender identity. Drag is literally cosplay. So when they're in costume, is it more insulting if I call them she or less insulting? I mean, if they did a really good job and I can't tell that they're in cosplay, I feel like if I call them she, that's like a validation that they did a good job. I feel like I'm not saying I should get a bonus, but I just feel like I shouldn't be admonished for calling them a she if they did a good job of representing themselves as a woman. Kronos' birds' pronouns are birdie and or squawk. I like to be referred to by my pronouns as Sasquatch and Yeti. Richie Poole says, I don't think they've come up with pronouns for Kronos yet. Kronos says, peeps are slow. I'm Airwolf. Yitza says, drag queens are a drag. Badumptis. Dan Ben says, hi. Hello, Dan Ben. Some of this stuff, Dan, is stuff you sent me. Kronos' birds' arms are flailing. This is a rant. Dan Ben says Klingons may age quicker. And Molly O'Brien was born season 5, and then season 6, she was older. Richie Poole says birds' rant phaser is set on maximum. And Dan Ben just saw this article. It's very hard for me to go to an article, but I'll copy the link. We'll see what happens. Kronos says this could be rant 4. Josh says, Captain, the ship can't take much more. The bird rants are about to tear the ship apart. Scotty. JP's says, ugh, the damn alphabet people trying to claim everything. Kronos says, hey, Jay. Oh, Josh says, Kronos, didn't we say we hit RantCon 1? This is the end of the world as we know it, and I feel fine, says Mike Richards, singing it. A mini rant, says Kronos. Dan Ben has not seen the 3rd or 4th season of Discovery. Well, I mean, I don't think anybody should continue watching, but I would say the first season was the worst season. None of them have been good, but the first was the worst. John DeMarco says, you can always make fun of Discovery without watching. Spare yourselves the pain. Kronos says he likes to suffer. Dave G says, someone should file the Times unauthorized phasers were shot on Starfleet ships and dub the alarm in each shot. Dan Ben says, new lower decks. I like Mariner's comment about the comm badges not working. Yes. Kronos says, I didn't hate season 2 of Lower Decks. The characters can be really annoying, however. Okay, so Lower Decks, season 3. I reviewed the first episode. I gave it an 8.5, and I was cautiously optimistic about the season. Then I watched season 2, episode 2 of season 3. And then I watched episode 3 of season 3. And I am no longer optimistic. Okay. Episode 1 of season 3 was great. It was a very good episode. Episodes 2 and 3, as boring gets. Neither was offensive. Okay. Neither ruined Star Trek in any, meaningful way. Not like Star Trek Discovery or Strange New Worlds. But neither were they particularly funny. They weren't particularly interesting. Like, I was bored. I was bored at parts. And it's only a half-hour show. And 10 minutes in, I'm thinking, oh, can I play a game while I watch this? And no, I can't play a game. I owe it to myself and to you guys to give it my full attention. But then 20 minutes, 30 minutes is up, and I've wasted the full 30 minutes watching something that I at best, chuckled at one or two scenes. There were no laughs. There was no hysterical moments. There were no giant member berries. There was nothing that took me back, that made me think of how great Trek used to be. There was nothing. It was just a fucking waste of time. And like, I don't know, I'd probably give it a 4 or a 5, but I think a 4 is more like it. And that's really the spot where it's like, what's the point? What's the point? I mean, if I was bored and I had nothing else to do, yeah, I guess I could watch it. But the reality is, I'm never bored. I haven't been bored in a long time. There's always something else I could be doing. And now that Cobra Kai season 5 is out, no spoilers. I watched the first episode of Cobra Kai season 5, and I don't know what the rest of the season is going to be, but it's a hell of a lot better than watching episodes 2 or 3 of Lower Decks. So for anyone who's a Cobra Kai fan, all 10 episodes of the season are available on Netflix as of right now. As of right now. Kronos doesn't like feet. Setlick 3 Gaming, Qapla Setlick 3 Gaming. I hope you're doing well. Richie Pooh says Kronos Lower Decks is okay if you can ignore the unrealistically outrageous behavior of the characters. And I can, because it's a cartoon. Paco the Curator says, I live in Cali. I've never met a drag queen that wasn't gay. They love the attention and drama. You know, I don't think I ever met a drag queen. I've met them, but not in person, like out of character. Like, I don't know, but that's the thing about drag queens. I'm told you might not know the person you know as your friend Bob from work. You don't know what they do on the weekends. They may be a drag queen on the weekends, and you never know. Apparently, the most successful drag queens are like that. So, you know, I have no particular need to reach out to a drag queen. So I've never really come across a drag queen. But, you know, if it's your thing, and like Yosef said, it's like cosplay. If it's your thing to dress up like a lady, more power to you. I don't care. I'm not going to stop you. I'm not particularly interested in watching you do it, but I'm sure as hell not going to stop you. So Random Menace says, if in drag, go with the female pronouns, outside with male. Well, so if they're not in drag, then go with the male. So if they look like a man, go with the male. If they look like a woman, go with the woman. Yeah, that's all I need to know. And frankly, that's my normal anyway. If you look like a lady, I will call you with the female. If you look like a man, I would call you with the man. And if you said, I really prefer the other one, I would make a judgment call. Dan Van says, the web link I posted was Nick Meyer's Star Trek Con SETI Alpha 5 to be a podcast. A podcast. I heard something about that. Cinnabon says it has a giant Borg snake, you son of a bitch. What? Oh, was that a Borg snake on Lower Decks? I didn't know what the hell that was. Okay, a Borg snake. I honestly didn't know it was Borg. Now, I still don't understand why it's Borg. John DeMarco says, spotting the member berries was the most interesting part of the last episode. Otherwise, it was meh. I mean, listen, there were member berries, but like that alien from the animated series, obviously Dr. Brahm, and I don't know. I'd have to go through it. Executive producer Sal Leibowitz says, Qapla, bird of prey. Thank you for the classic bird rant. We didn't even get started. Yeah, I don't know how long this is going to go, Saul, but as far as I'm concerned, I didn't even get started. Dan says, the Doctor Who podcast was an actual story when a terrifying phenomenon starts redacting the Doctor from reality. 3 queer women become the world's only hope. Pop Culture Curator says, you can tell a drag queen out of their drag by their eyebrows, always thinned or shaved off. Now, that's disturbing, as I know a guy who had no eyebrows, and now I would never have thought he was a drag queen. And I still don't think he is, but you've given me a lot to think about. Dan Van says, I don't know if I like franchises doing stories and saying it's a podcast. Bird looks like a lady, says Kronos. And the Pop Culture Curator says, I know at least one guy who goes by she. Kronos says, I'm going to hell for that one. Josh says, a bird rant again. Quick, Mamo Pray. You need to do the Vulcan neck pinch to stop Bird's blood pressure from going through the roof. Kronos would love a Mamo Pray tale. I'm sure you would, Kronos. But Mamo Pray is napping. Richie Poole says, Bird, you're going to do reviews of Lower Decks episodes? I don't know, Richie. I was going to do reviews when they were giving me some reason to do them. But these last 2 episodes are the hardest types to review. There's 0 I care about in them. Random Menace is Bird of Prey. Can I get an actual 5-minute update on what actually the Trek news are? Well, there's a new Picard trailer, okay, and that I figured we'd look through this new Picard season 3 trailer that is halfway interesting. It's got some beautiful pictures of a new starship, okay. So we'll get to that next. Then we're going to go through some of the stuff that was on Lower Deck. Oh. Okay. Well, the biggest problem, I mean, maybe not the biggest, but one of the biggest problems with Star Trek Day was the graphic they chose. But okay. So we've got the only real news is that Picard is coming, season 3 is going to supposedly begin airing in February of 2023. Okay, so Picard season 3 hits Paramount Plus February 2023. So I'm guessing Star Trek Discovery may come in before that. I'm not sure. I'm not 100% sure. Or it might be after. I don't know. Kronos is Bird of Prey. Why don't you see more Deltans? Well, actually, I think you will. Dan Ben's Bird of Prey. Could you tell me what species he was? And there's a link again. I will try. Richie Poole says, Bird, it would be a crime against humanity if you end this stream without doing Dear Bop. We will get to Dear Bops. Pop, Culture Curious says, I'm looking for a co-host for a Cobra Kai review stream. Cool, Pop Culture Curator. I don't know when I'm going to get to the rest of the episodes, and I watch them with Mamo Pray. So I really can't commit to anything like that because it might take me a week. It might take me 6 weeks. I don't know how long it's going to take. Kronos says, oh, rant time for Jaloja. Dr. Alex says, Qapla, Dr. Alex. And Pop Goes the Curious says Picard season 3, a convalescent home in space. Oh my God. It should be. It should be. Just seeing this guy, seeing Patrick Stewart. Okay. Dan Ben says, can you tell me what species he was? What species Khan was? Khan was human. First discussed by famous Star Trek II director, a long gestating prequel series to the legendary Trek film is finally coming to fans in podcast form. Director Nicholas Meyer, who helmed Star Trek II and Star Trek VI for the franchise, announced officially during Star Trek Day presentation that a new scripted podcast focusing on the life of Khan Noonien Singh and his genetically engineered band of augmented humans on a planet called Ceti Alpha 5 during the years between Space Seed and Wrath of Khan. The Khan idea was originally pitched as a limited series back in 2018. Meyer even wrote a trilogy of television episodes covering the story, but for reasons beyond my or Alex Kurtzman's control, the complete failure of Star Trek Discovery, maybe. He said on the Star Trek Day stage, it didn't move forward at that time. The official announcement, Star Trek Khan, Ceti Alpha 5, is a scripted podcast which will examine what happened in the years after Captain Kirk left Khan on the untamed world of Ceti Alpha 5 and tells the story of Khan and his followers prior to the Wrath of Khan. You know what? It's a podcast. I might give it a try. I don't even care. That we're not bothered by having to spend money on CGI. Just a show, an audio show. You know what? It could be worthwhile. I'm not even mad. I'm not even mad. That doesn't upset me. Okay, we'll see. We'll see what happens. Bop, what species was Khan's power mullet? I assume also human. Okay, we don't need to worry about Wordle. Today, International Sudoku Day, California Admission Day. Richie Poole, the day after your birthday, California was admitted as a state to the Union, September 9th. Care Bears Day, Emergency Service, International Boxed Wine Day, International Day to Protect Education from Attack Day. What the fuck does that even mean? It's International Box of Wine Day. It's also International Fetal Alcohol Spectrum Disorders Awareness Day. Whoopsie. National 401k Day. Okay, I have to admit this. When I was a teenager and I was looking for jobs, I couldn't understand why, but I had yet to go through college, okay? I was still in high school, and I was looking at jobs in the classified section of a paper newspaper, and all these jobs all said 401k. And I thought, damn, these jobs pay a lot. I wonder why so many jobs have the same salary of $401,000 a year. I figured it was like a tax break. I was like, I bet if you make more than 401,000, it charges your taxes go up. So that's where they stop it or something. It didn't occur to me. I didn't know what a 401k was. There was a time in my life I had no idea what a 401k was. And I honestly believed that all these jobs that were being posted were paid $401,000 a year. Oh, young bird, how much you had to learn and how quickly you learned it. National When Pigs Fly Day. Have faith, miracles can happen. And when they do, share them today. You know what? I actually am a big believer in When Pigs Fly Day. National Wiener Schnitzel Day. Jesus. National Stand Up to Cancer Day. And you know what? I'm not even upset because I can't stand up for anything. Steak au poivre day. Get ready to stick your fork into one of the most succulent meals ever invented. If you say so. And look at that. It's Turkestan Independence Day. Oh, that's not Kurdistan. Tajikistan. No, I thought that was a plunger. I'm sorry. I honestly thought this was Kurdistan Independence Day, and I thought that was a plunger on the flag. My bad. I really didn't mean any offense to any Tajikistanis out there. Sorry. It's just, we'll move on. It's Teddy Bear Day. Okay. It's Wonderful Weirdos Day. Don't be afraid to embrace and explore your quirkiness on Wonderful Weirdos Day. I don't even know what to say. Oh, it's also Colonel Sanders' birthday. Go out and have some fried chicken on Colonel Sanders. I don't know who any of these other people are, and I don't care to know. Well, obviously I know who Adam Sandler is, but yeah. Sorry again, Tajikistan. Yitzhak loves the Wiener Schnitzels and pepper steaks. Pop Culture Curator says International Box of Wine and Drunk Pregnant Women Day, apparently. Apparently. Okay. Here's the first problem. This was the official graphic for Star Trek Day. This was the official graphic for Star Trek Day. What's the problem? We've got Captain Archer. We've got Spock. We've got Original Uhura. We've got, I don't know what the fuck his name is, from Prodigy. We've got Captain Picard from Picard. We've got Michael Burnham. We've got Pike. We've got Mariner. We've got Captain Janeway, Captain Sisko, and 7 of 9. It seems like we're missing somebody important. We have Captain Archer, Captain of the fucking Prodigy, Captain Picard, Captain Burnham, Captain Pike, Captain Janeway, Captain Sisko. We don't have Captain Freeman from Lower Decks, but we have Mariner, who's her daughter. So we have the captain's daughter. It's like, was there like some other captain I'm forgetting? Do you guys know? I mean, I just feel like there's another captain out there, like a pretty important captain that I just can't put my finger on it. Maybe he's dead and they couldn't get him to pose for a picture, or they maybe there's not enough archival footage of him to take a picture from. Oh shit! Where the fuck is Captain Kirk? Where's Captain Kirk? Captain motherfucking James Tiberius Kirk. How the fuck do you forget to put Captain Kirk on the goddamn Star Trek Day banner? You have every fucking else person. You have this fucking moron, I'm sorry, but I don't even know what the fuck species he is, from Prodigy. Who the fuck cares about Prodigy? Put Captain Kirk right there. Put Captain Kirk there. Nobody gives a shit if Prodigy is on your poster. No kid is going to care. No kid is like, oh, I want fucking the purple guy from Prodigy instead of Captain Kirk. No. Put Kirk there. Okay? Or put Kirk everywhere. Fucking just put him in the background with his hands up, and this whole fucking universe, everybody who got a fucking paycheck to this day should be thanking that man, because without Captain Kirk, none of yous would have jobs. That includes Captain Archer. That includes Leonard Nimoy, God rest his soul. That includes Nichelle Nichols, God rest her soul. That includes the fucking purple guy. That includes Patrick Stewart. That includes Sonequa Martin Green. That includes Pike. Ensign Mount. That includes Tawny Newsome, if that's her name. That includes Kate Mulgrew, Avery Brooks, and Jerry Ryan. How do you not put Captain Kirk? Was it there were too many white men already? 3 is too many. 3 is too much. Maybe it was just too many men. Maybe it was too many men. Why didn't you put the woman from Prodigy up? If you needed to balance it out, put the woman from Prodigy. You could have put her. I don't give a shit. They're equal. They're equal captains as far as I'm concerned. I mean, it's just angry. It's just, and the NX-01 isn't up. You got the D. You got Voyager. You got the Discovery for some godforsaken reason. You got the original no bloody A, B, C, or D. But you don't have the NX-01. Fine, whatever. You don't need the NX-01, but it's missing. You don't have DS9. Could have put a fucking little DS9 up. Where is Kirk? Richie says Shatner probably wanted to be paid to be on there. No, Richie, I'm sorry. There's no way they need to pay him to be on there. It can't be like that. Okay? That is not how it works. I'm sure they have stock footage of Kirk they can use in perpetuity for advertising their brand. Random Menace is wine in a box. That is the homeless stuff. Wine belongs in a bottle. In the United States, Random Menace, lots of women, I say women because it's all women, buy their wine in boxes. Women and poor college students. Dan Ben says, podcast be canon? No, Dan. Podcasts are not canon. No more than comic books. But it doesn't matter. Because they'll say it's canon, but it means nothing. So, like they said, my comic book is canon. And then they said, oh, fuck it. We don't know what canon is anymore. So obviously they can say whatever they want, but none of it means anything. Sci-Fi Nation says Turtistans Don't get independence. Hail Karoga. Hail Karoga. Pop Culture Curator says, Lowell, have some fried chicken on Colonel Sanders. I'll post the link to his grave. Whoever made that graphic should be flogged, says Resolute Germ. Absolutely. Dave D. Sounds is, where's Captain Jellicoe? I mean, that's like literally the equality. Captain Kirk is being treated like Captain Jellicoe. Papa Curtis says, wow, Leonard Nimoy and Nichelle Nichols? Where's Shatner? Exactly. Richie Poole says, that's the wrong Pike. You know what? Even if it is. Jedi Bill, Qapla Jedi Bill, says, why no Captain James T. Kirk? I suspect they just hate him. They hate him. John DeMarco says, Pike after the accident would be more appropriate for the state of modern Trek. Absolutely. Absolutely. Kronos says, Kirk Trek is real. And Captain Kirk should be first. He should be the biggest, most important. Random Menace says, somebody told me Kirk is not important for Trek now. I told that C word, he is so unimportant, they are putting him in Strange New Worlds. Slap the designer of that banner into the next galaxy. Abso-effing-lutely. Richie Poole says, Kirk is on the bridge of that ship above Uhura's head. Maybe. Dan Ben says, Star Trek Prodigy will have a video game out in October. What is it with people not posting full trailers of things before the stuff comes out? Star Trek Nitpickers is in the house. Qapla. Qapla, Star Trek Nitpickers. Says Kurtzman is mad because Shatner dissed him. They already didn't like him. Absolutely. Sci-Fi Need Bird of Prey, he was in the head, just like Chekhov was when Khan was on Enterprise. Dan Ben says, yes, the guy from TNG was announced to be in Star Trek Prodigy ages ago. Jedi Bill agrees with Pop Culture Curator. Resolute says they can't afford Shatner's royalties check. Kronos says, I hope Bird doesn't get a stroke. Me too, Kronos. Me too. Dan says there are 6 male and 5 female characters in this picture. Dan, are you assuming gender? Are you assuming gender? I would argue to say that Captain Sisko is now genderless, now that he's a wormhole alien. What's wrong with the NX-01? There's nothing wrong with the NX-01, Kronos. It's a fine ship. Words and Pictures says Kirk is in a category of his own. The rest are following the first and the best. Yitza says cheap women, cheap wine. True story, says Sci-Fi Nation. My mom loves her box wine. Dan Ben don't like Discovery. It's all blue glow. Pablo the Curious says wine moms prefer wine in the box. They don't even bother with a glass. Yes, you can still get flogged, Kronos. Dr. Alex says, I'm poorly with a cold, and yet still desperately trying to cut together Beyond the Horizon episode 2 for Sunday. Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that, Dr. Alex. Please get better soon. And Dan Ben says, Asa's dumpus. That's what you get if you get the first letter from each of those characters' names. That's very interesting. Star Trek Nitpicker says Shatner forever. Robert Rose Jr. says hello today, Bird of Prey, Mama Prey, and the Sassy. And Kronos says Cisco got snipped. I don't know about snipped, but who knows? Who knows? Okay. Holy shit. There's actually a modern Star Trek toy I'm half interested in. Klingons have entered the Playmobil universe, and it is a large sized Klingon bird of prey. Not to scale, of course. You can only fit one Klingon on the bridge. So that's kind of weak. But it's a pretty big sized Klingon bird of prey play set. The problem is, it's $300. $300. And it's not that good. It's not that good of a ship. I mean, it looks like a bird of prey, but like, what the fuck? What are these? What are these arrows? It shoots like Nerf tipped arrows, I guess. I mean, that's not a bird of prey. Like, that has nothing to do with the ship. For $300, excuse me, I want it to be a little bit better. Okay, a little bit better. 94 pieces. That's a lot of shit to put together. I mean, I don't know. I thought Playmobil was not like Lego. Granted, a Lego would be thousands of pieces, but it's interesting. I'll tell you, it's the only thing from Star Trek that I've seen that I don't hate. Okay, and let me tell you, oh my God, these are the people hosting Star Trek Day. These are the people hosting Star Trek Day. I don't know their names. But this woman here on the right, she's the Klingon. She's got metal things by her eye. I don't know what the hell's going on. This on the left is a drag queen, hired to be a drag queen. Why do you hire a drag queen to host your Star Trek Day? I mean, is that what people wanted? Did the fans say, we need a drag queen to host Star Trek Day 2022? Like, was that really some type of consensus? Did they make this decision in the writers' room? Like, who made this decision? Is this Alex Kurtzman's like fucking niece or something? Why? Or excuse me, nephew, for fuck's sake. How do you get from we need people to host Star Trek Day to, oh, let's get a man dressed up as a woman, not a trans man, but a drag queen, and that Amazon woman who played the Klingon in Star Trek Discovery that was almost universally hated. Almost universally hated. Even people who liked Discovery generally didn't like the fucking Klingons. Let's get them both down here. You know who would have been better than these people? Anybody fucking else. Even for fuck's sake, Will Wheaton. Even Will Wheaton, I could understand. At least Will Wheaton has experience. But Jesus Christ, what if you actually had fucking gotten, I don't know, Nicole DeBoer, a beautiful Star Trek actor from the past. She's still banging hot. And she's in this. She walks by at one point. So I know she was there. They could have paid her to do this. And everybody would have been watching it. I don't know what this is. I don't understand who they're trying to get. Are there drag queens who only watch shows other drag queens are in? Because even if there is, they're still not going to watch Star Trek because there's no actual drag queens in Star Trek. They're just hosting Star Trek Day. And Patrick Stewart had to tell him it was a sad day because the Queen died. And she had a beneficial impact on his nation. And it was his wish that she made it to 100 years old, but she didn't. And then he gets really sad, I think because he's thinking of his own mortality. But Jesus Christ, I didn't even think that was Patrick Stewart. When I was first going past this, I was like, oh my God, who's that old man? It looks like Professor Farnsworth. Like if Futurama was if we did a live action Futurama, Patrick Stewart would have to play Professor Farnsworth, who's 150 or 160 years old. And I think he's got it down pat. Look at this man. I feel bad for him. I feel terrible for Patrick Stewart. He's got to talk to this woman. Look at her fucking hands. What the hell is that? It's like if she sneezes or goes past your face, she's going to rip your face off accidentally. And she's just yesing him. Yes, of course. I have nothing to say. I just have to yes you because you're higher up. You're higher up in the LGBTQA apostrophe S, whatever scale. Oh, and this is where Patrick Stewart says, oh, well, after season 1, Jean-Luc and myself were just the same thing. So he's not even acting anymore. He admits it. He's like, Star Trek Picard isn't acting. It's just me. Patrick Stewart is Jean-Luc Picard. That's what he does. He's like, so if I need some help getting out of a chair, it's perfectly okay, because if Patrick Stewart needs help getting out of a chair, Jean-Luc needs help getting out of a chair. Wow, you're a fucking genius. What a genius. Like, had you not thought about it, they wouldn't have done it. Like, it was your idea to age Captain Picard up to your natural age. He talks about it like it was a stroke of genius. It's been an eventful 25, 27 years. That's what he's saying. Well, yeah, his life has been ups and downs. So that's what they were going to do. Okay. Here we go. Here we're talking about 7 of 9. Oh, fuck. They don't know how to process the emotions of the transformation of going from a villain into our hero. Over the course of the last 10 or 15 years. Okay. 10 or 15 years. Now, before she said this, okay, she started out saying, okay, they're talking to Jerry Ryan. She said, And remember, she's a drag queen. She's like to Jerry Ryan. She's like, you were the only woman I ever had a poster of in my locker. So understand, I assume they mean high school. So as a high school guy, now whether they were gay or not gay, or they were out of the closet or not out of the closet, none of it matters. But she says, the only woman I ever had a poster of in my locker was Jerry Ryan, a 7 of 9. And then they said 10 or 15 years ago. Do they have any clue when Voyager was actually on the air? Because it wasn't 10 years ago. It wasn't 15 years ago. And thankfully, Jerry Ryan herself says it was 25 years ago, a few years ago. So you're a decade off, at least. And Jerry Ryan says, oh, it's so nice of you to think that. But Jerry Ryan calls her out. It was 25 years a few days ago. So she's like, she doesn't even know what to say. She's like, what? You fact checked me? Fact check? False? Fuck. She's pissed. And so she's like, it's weird. Look at her face. She's like, how could I have been so far off? Well, it really makes the whole poster thing sound really harder to believe. Because if you were in high school 10 years ago, you had a 7 of 9 poster 10 years ago when, I don't know, Star Trek 2009 had already been out for 3 years. And maybe you had a vintage 7 of 9 poster. It seems weird. She also said, like, science and everything, that was everything she dreamed of. Well, I don't know. Maybe she's a scientist who moonlights as a drag queen, but I'm guessing just because 7 was everything she dreamed of, she didn't actually follow 7's teachings or 7's path. And they're like, oh, we got to go. You're going to be here for a few more minutes. Thanks for coming. Bye. What the hell is this? Don't get me wrong. I was quite happy. I was like, while I was like, my hands were down. I was crying. I was questioning all the life's choices I've made. And then, for some reason, what is she doing? Who is it? I don't know who this is. Do you? Like, this is an honest question. I don't know who this is. But Jesus fucking Christ. Why? Why are they airing this? Do they not care? I mean, I like that they're airing it. I'm in awe at how large this woman's chest is. And yeah, if she wants to take pictures in front of the Star Trek Day Paramount Plus fucking banner and pose those kids for the fans, more power to her. I agree. I'm happy. But Jesus fucking Christ. Who is she? And how do we get her? How do we get her on Strange New Worlds? Hello. Those are some large photon torpedoes. Yes. No, they didn't have a grandma stripper. Yes, they are ample nacelles. Ample nacelles. And Dr. Alex says those straps supposed to be made of steel, probably made of neutronium. Yeah, hello. Look, oh my God. What is holding this up? What is holding this dress up? Anti-gravity? Is that Leela? No, Leela is is Peggy Bundy. What's her face? No, that's not Leela. How do they defy gravity? I don't know. And Dandelion Down says, Kurtzman wanted to make Star Trek for kids. That's Chess Matheson. Oh, Lita. You think that's Lita from Deep Space Nine? I don't think so. Is it? That's bigger than she ever was on Deep Space Nine. Bajoran orbs. Oh my God. Nitpicker says that is Lita from Deep Space Nine. Is it? God bless her. God bless her. God, too bad Rom isn't still married to her. God damn, says JP's. Richie met Lita. Oh my God. I guess I'm, wow. Wow. You telling me this is Lita from Deep Space Nine who would bend over to kiss Rom? Good for her. Good for her. Pop culture says she's trying to show off her assets. JP says Motorboat City. Sci-Fi Nation also says it looks like Chase Masterson. Okay. If you guys say so. It could be. Oh my. This whole scene lasts like 11 seconds. So I have to pause it frequently because it's all downhill from here. No offense, Chased. No offense. More like Qapla. Yeah. Sci-Fi Nation says, with age came some added kilos in the bust line. Apparently. I guess, you know, when you're the wife of the Grand Negus, you might get some work done. I bet they're filled with liquid latinum. She's afraid of the male gaze, says Pop Culture. That's what they're made of. They're made of latinum. Now I know where she hid Rom's latinum. Oh my God. Okay, so this is the lower decks panel. Listen, Mike McMahon, look at how he's dressed. He doesn't fit in. And that's why I think Lower Decks has half a shot of working out in any given season or any given episode. Okay. So this is, okay. So here we got Patrick Stewart hugging with Jerry Ryan. Jerry Ryan, gotta say, still looking incredibly well for all her craziness. And here we go. This is the shepherd of the Star Trek universe, Alex Kurtzman, as introduced by the drag queen. They have a million questions, but only have time for a couple. So what's the first question they ask? Are there drag queens in outer space? And now, what do you think he says? He can say yes, no, I never thought about it. He could say not on Earth, but on other planets. He could say, I don't know. He could say it doesn't matter. He could say they're not identified as drag queens. They're just humans. No, he says yes, absolutely. She's like, yay, confirmed. And fucking Laurel over here says that's the most important question. The most important question. And she can't wait to see them now. He didn't say you're going to see them. He just said yes. Wesley says, Bird, off to work I go. Have a great day. Take care, Wes. Have a great day. God. Yeah. Star Trek question, Nick Baker says, well, that was the question on everybody's mind. You brought Star Trek into so many new spaces. How exciting has that been for you? They ask. And he says, what's so amazing for him is that because there are so many shows, it's not one size fits all. Hey, for the first time in history, everybody gets their own Star Trek. The problem is, they all suck compared to old Star Trek. They all suck compared to old Star Trek. And I'm sorry, Prodigy, and I'm sorry, Lower Decks, and I'm sorry, Strange New Worlds. But you all suck compared to Deep Space Nine, compared to Voyager even, compared to Enterprise, compared to TNG, and of course, compared to TOS. Each show has its own identity, and yet they all suck. They want to know, what are you ready to bring more of? Because every generation brings a new answer to the question, what is Star Trek? And he says, the thing about Star Trek that's so beautiful is it made its bones by being diverse. So, of course, we need more diversity. Oh, we got Kate Mulgrew, Captain Janeway. Okay, so this is another one where they're talking to her. You know what they said? They say, Kate Mulgrew, you are forever recognized as the best female captain. With Janeway. The best female captain. Wouldn't it mean so much more if they had just said the best captain? I mean, listen, they're obviously just saying that to say it. They obviously don't even mean she's the best female captain, because if they were saying that, then that would mean that Michael Burnham isn't the best captain. And I'm sure if you asked who's the better captain to any of these people, Michael Burnham or Captain Janeway, they would all reluctantly say Michael Burnham. Maybe not even reluctantly. So do they mean the best white female captain? Or why not just ask who's the best captain and say, yeah, it's you, since they're humoring her anyway. You're humoring her anyway. So just tell her she's the best captain. Who cares? Nobody can definitively show she isn't, although I would try. But I mean, you're saying something ridiculous to begin with. Might as well just in for a penny, in for a pound. Kronos, I like the captain of the NX-02. Yes, I did too. Shit, I'm always confused, and I know I'm not racist. It's just, is it Sanchez or Hernandez? I've known so many people with both those last names, and it's hard to remember. It's one of those. The NX-02. Yeah, she's the great captain. And let's remember, the first African American, black. We don't know if she was African American. We do know she was black. The first black female captain of a starship was shown not in 2020, not in 2010, not in the 2000s, not even in the 1990s, but in 1984, I believe, or 6, for Star Trek IV, The Voyage Home, the USS Saratoga, I believe, the first ship on screen had a black woman captain, and the whale probe went by it, and it kicked off their power, and then they needed to deploy a makeshift solar sail to provide life support. Okay? But we saw the very first black woman captain in Starfleet. Not that she was the first black woman to be captain, but the first black woman we saw as a captain happened in 1984 or 6. Let's just say 1985. The mid-80s. Ronald Reagan was still president. Ronald Reagan was still president when we had a black woman as captain of a Federation starship. 40 fucking years later, and people are still going off about, oh, a black woman is finally a fucking captain of a starship. You dumb schmucks. 40 years ago this happened. Star Trek Voyager and Captain Janeway shaped the rest of her life. No shit. You did nothing for 20 years or 15 years. Then you got in Orange is the New Black. Lucky you had some way of making money until more Star Trek came around. Yes, Dan Ben, The Voyage Home. That's the one. Oh, okay. So they're talking about there's Patrick Stewart now in between a Jerry Ryan and Rafi sandwich. Good for him. Good for him. At least he's not a hover hands. You know what a hover hands is? Those are guys who can't put their hands on women. I'll be honest. I used to be a hover hands. Like when I first started working and we had attractive women hired to like bring people to our events and stuff, and you'd pose with a picture, and even if you know, the whole purpose of the picture was to put your hands around the women and take the picture. Okay? And if you don't put your hand on the woman because like you're scared or something, it's a hover hands. It's a hover hand. Patrick Stewart, got to give him credit, not a hover hands. He's pushing in pretty good. Okay? Guess what? The women that they hire to do those things, they're consenting. If they didn't want your hands on them, they wouldn't have taken the job. Okay? You don't have to hover hands. If you ever take a picture with an attractive woman, don't be afraid to put, and this is, you know, this is what things were like in the 90s and the 2000s. Maybe in 2020, there's a form you need to fill out with HR, but, you know, the point is, put your hands. If they say take it away, take it away. But it's totally safe to put your hands on. And YouTube bots donated $1.49 in binary. And I'm sorry, YouTube bots. But if that's read Dear Bop, I will read Dear Bop shortly. But we've got to finish this. We got to finish this. So anyway, the drag queen tells Kate Mulgrew that I'm a drag queen. And Kate Mulgrew's like, you're a drag queen? Really? You? Like, she doesn't even realize. She didn't even realize. And then they talked about how her favorite episode was Bride of Chaotica. And that she can't wait to see more of Janeway as Bride of Chaotica. And Kate Mulgrew admits she still has the Bride of Chaotica costume in her house. She was so happy about scene stealing and hamming it up. Okay. And we got Ortega's and Dr. Mbenga from Strange New Worlds. I'll be honest, as much of a problem as I have with Strange New Worlds, Dr. Mbenga, so. But Ortega's, I really kind of like Ortega's. I don't know what the fuck this is. Wrath of Pecan. It's a food. Wrath of Khan had gone in theaters. They're trying to sell some food. They got Dr. Zimmerman, whatever his name is, the doctor, and Bill Nye for some reason. I don't know. Is he their science advisor? I wouldn't be surprised. This guy, I feel bad for. He played a Klingon in Discovery, and I guess he has some illness or something, and he's on a ventilator, and he can't talk now except through like Stephen Hawking used to need the computer to speak for him. But Stephen Hawking, when he would do an interview, it was always pre-taped. He never did live interviews because it's very difficult to write out with your eye what you want the computer to say. Anyway, this guy is doing it live, and more power to him, but it makes for some really uncomfortable viewing when he starts saying the same thing 4 or 5 times in a row, and they're asking him different questions, and he's 2 questions behind, and then he starts to answer something, and it's the exact same answer he gave the question before. It's just like, but you know what, guy? You got the strength and the courage to go out there. I wouldn't be doing it. So more power to you. I'm so sorry whatever happened to you. But I'm also sorry that you're on stage with these two and not Nicole DeBoer and apparently Chase Matheson, who they could have hired to be doing this. I don't know. Would have been easier on the eyes. And then you might have had a better story to tell. Speaking of Nicole DeBoer, where is she? That's not Nicole. She was around the 28-minute mark. Ah, there she was. Was she? I don't know. She was. I have no idea what the guy with the I could have sworn I saw her. Okay, well, whatever. We're not, oh, there she was. There she was. Son of a bitch. Oh, there was Uhura, new Uhura. Fuck. Okay, she was earlier than I thought. Not before Janeway, was it? Okay, well, she's lost. Nicole DeBoer, lost forever. But I tell you, she still looks damn good in the opening credits for the show. She still looks good. So I don't know. They talk about shit. Okay. So let's look at the Star Trek Picard trailer real quick. Remember to add Birdo 5 so that you can get mad when he doesn't read your chat, says John Rocky. Moxley fan says Qapla bird. Hope you and the family are doing well today. Are there any Dear Bops? Yes, Moxley. There are Dear Bops, and we'll get to them. I will get to them shortly. Robert Rose Jr. says that's Robert Picardo, right? That played the Doctor in Voyager. He also played Mr. Woozy in the Stargate universe, right? And in Star Trek, he was also Dr. Zimmerman, who created the emergency medical hologram, the Mach 1. Rip Nicole, says Kronos. Absolutely. Okay, so the Star Trek Picard trailer. I don't know what this ship is. We got some people covered up again, probably Romulans. And oh shit, it's Dr. Crusher with a phaser rifle, because nothing says phaser rifle like Dr. Crusher or whatever. And it says, this is Dr. Crusher. This message is for Admiral Jean-Luc Picard. And Sci-Fi Nation has become a Karogan orphan. Thank you again, Sci-Fi Nation, for returning. Anyway, Dr. Crusher is saying, we need you. And then there's a video of a fucking big building exploding. I'm going to be honest, it's not quite 9/11, but they did decide to put this out 2 days before 9/11. So this giant building collapses. Obviously, hundreds of people had to die. Can we do a season of Star Trek without hundreds of people dying? I don't know. Maybe. But not in Star Trek Picard. And we get some beautiful views of some Federation ships. I don't know. Is this Free Cloud again? Why is Picard meeting with Riker in a fucking diner? Why aren't they on a ship somewhere? I don't know where they are. They're in a fucking alien bar. I assume that this has been added to Starbase 1. Fine. They added more to it. I guess that looks interesting. It's like, I can't have you help me. And Riker's like, since when? Yeah, why didn't you go to Riker for help the first fucking time? Maybe your series would have been over by now. So Rafi's there for some reason. Riker's there. Geordi's there. And don't forget, Geordi was supposed to die. Geordi was supposed to die on Mars. They changed that up real quick. They changed that out of season 1 of Picard. They erased it. Geordi was supposed to be dead. Beverly's back. Worf is looking so fucking old. Worf shouldn't look old. Worf can live to 200 plus years old. He's a Klingon. He's not supposed to have white hair yet. Why does he even have white hair? That's clearly not his real facial hair. Doesn't make any sense. Now, Worf looks too old prematurely, and so does Counselor Troy. But I understand why Counselor Troy looks old. I don't understand why Worf looks old. And Sci-Fi Nation says he did go to Riker for help once before. Yeah, he did. He came right in with the bunny corns. He had nowhere else to go. And he's like, oh, let's put the shields up on my house. Star Trek Nitpicker says Klingons can choose to age or not to age. Yitza says he probably saw a Klingork and got scared white. You know what, Yitza? I think that's the best explanation so far. So, permission to come aboard, Commander. Oh, look, it's Captain 7 of 9. He gave a battlefield commission to, but he gave her the Stargazer. Why isn't she on the Stargazer anymore? Welcome to the Titan. We saw the Titan. We saw the Titan in Lower Decks. You know what? The Titan we saw in Lower Decks wasn't this ship. Don't get me wrong. This is a beautiful looking ship. I really, really like this ship. But it's not the fucking Titan. It's an Enterprise. Okay? That should have been the Enterprise C, maybe. Maybe even the B. That does not look like an Enterprise E or F or G. It doesn't look like a Titan. This is clearly went back to a Constitution class ship and just made a nicer Constitution class. I don't understand, like the saucer section alone gives it away as older Federation technology. Jedi Bill, thank you so much, Qapla Jedi Bill, gifted another membership. John DeMarco has become a member. Thank you. I believe John DeMarco just got your gifted membership, Jedi Bill. I greatly appreciate it. It says did you donate another one? Gorilla's Random Thoughts also became a member. Thank you, Jedi Bill, again. Man, Jedi Bill, thank you so much. 2 more members today from Jedi Bill. Guys, please thank Jedi Bill if you're in the chat for your memberships. He has been super generous for everybody. Yes, so Gorillas was gifted, so was John. And it's random. YouTube does it. YouTube picks who they think can benefit the most from it. I don't have any say in it. But look at this. This is a beautiful ship. I love it. I really do. But it doesn't look like a ship that should be post the Enterprise E. This looks like a ship that should have been sometime between Star Trek 6 and Generations. I love the look at that. Look at that. Look at that. The saucer section. Look at the saucer section. It's beautiful. And I don't know what that ship behind it is, but I also like the enhancements they did. I'm assuming that's Starbase 1. I'm assuming that's the moon in the background. I will point out that even though there's supposed to be 1 million plus people living on the moon, we still don't seem to have any cities visible on the moon. But whatever. I can live with it. I can live with it. Anyway, that's it. That's the Picard, the final season, streaming February 16th. However, remember, they changed the time. They've changed dates and times on us before. So while it's in stone, according to this, If it changes by a couple of weeks, I wouldn't be too surprised. It's hardly set in stone, I guess I should say. Hardly set in stone. And yeah, okay. So the binary input says we're never getting to the Dear Bops. We're going to get to the Dear Bops. We'll get to the Dear Bops right now because, yeah, I got to finish soon because I do have physical therapy this afternoon. I kind of forgot about. In fact, let me make sure they didn't text me. No. Okay. So let's get to the Dear Bops. And of course, you guys filled up the Dear Bops. There was only about 8 or 10 before we started. Now we've got over 20. Okay. Okay, we can do this. And Jedi Bill says it was his pleasure. Thank you again, Jedi Bill. Thank you again. Dear Bob, if someone sit on an iPod or iPhone, does it become an iPad? Ha ha ha. But yes, that's how they make iPads. I've seen it happen. Dear Bob, what is a baller? I'm a baller. A baller is, if I have it right, a baller is someone who is almost like they're famous. They're very popular. They can pretty much get away with doing whatever they want. They're I guess it goes without saying, but they're almost irresistible to the opposite sex. Sci-Fi Nation has gifted a membership. Thank you so much, Sci-Fi Nation. And Josh Street got your, thank you, Sci-Fi Nation. Josh Street got your gifted membership. Thank you so much. Yit says, yay, only 24 bad jokes, 4 rock solid ads, and 3 pasted songs. Dear Bob, I'll pay you $5 million. All you have to do is stand up and walk to your front door and open it. I know I'm very sorry, but if I could do that, I'd be doing it already. Dear Bob, why does my girlfriend always start conversations with, you aren't even effing listening to me, are you? I'm guessing she just is psychic. Dan Ben says the ship behind looked like a new Shepherd class from Discovery. It could be. Dear Bob, have you ever seen a number of YouTubers, let's say 4 of them, do back-to-back premieres on similar topics, each premiere feeding into another? Would this be something that would help provide exposure to other channels? I have not seen that. Would it help other channels? I don't know. If you can feed into another channel, I guess, but I've not seen it. I do know they have a way of doing something like that, but they never really interested me. Sci-Fi had a donation from a channel subscriber, just spreading the wealth. Thank you, Sci-Fi Nation. Dear Bob, if there was a series of video games you'd like to put together in a compilation, what games would they be? For example, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Cowabunga Collection, recently launched. Some have said that Adventure Island could use a compilation. Some have said Disney 8 and 16-bit games, Final Fantasy, finally games from Rare on Nintendo 64. What say you? I mean, I guess like all the Sonic the Hedgehog games, though to be honest, I wouldn't play it. I was a big fan of the Desert Strike series on Sega Genesis. You had Desert Strike, Jungle Strike, and there was a third one. I think Urban Strike or something like that. Those were pretty cool. Like, I'm not really a video game person though, so I don't know what else to tell you. Dear Bob, where the hell is the latest Lower Decks review? It's just not worth me reviewing. It's just not worth me reviewing. I have no real. It would be a 2-minute or a 5-minute long video where I say this episode was boring as shit. That's honestly the review for both episodes 2 and 3 of season 3. Dear Bob, can Ciso Prey sign some of her undergarments for Richie? They're not going to be undergarments. Dear Bob, I challenge you to say one good thing about this. She'll sign a towel, says Mama Prey. Oh, because Deeja's. I challenge you to say one good thing about Discovery, Picard, and Strange New World. Okay, Star Trek Discovery Season 1. I thought Tilly was kind of cute. Picard, Jerry Ryan is still very attractive. And Strange New Worlds, Nurse Chapel is hot. And you know what? So is Rebecca Romaine. In fact, all the women on the show are pretty much attractive except Ortega's, who is strangely my favorite character. She's the one I have zero sexual tension with, I guess. I have no desire to have any type of physical relations with Ortega's, but she is by far the coolest character on that show. So, Dear Bob, it's funny that everyone who says one good thing about the new shows get called a shill, except the person who says nice things about bad episodes every week. I don't. Except the person who says nice things about bad episodes every week. I don't understand that. Are you saying I'm a shill because I just answered the question to name one good thing? Dear Bob, why would we want to tip you? You can't stand up, so it's like pushing over someone who's paralyzed. Where's the fun in that? Har, 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 har. Yeah, don't tip a cow and don't tip me. Thank you. I don't need to be tipped like that. Dear Bob, here's the amazing thing, Bob. You may not be trying to offend someone. That just means for you to be offensive takes no effort. That's pretty true. And Richie Poole says, the towel. Dear Bob, how do you know if someone went to Notre Dame? They've got a hunchback? A hunchback? I don't know. I have no idea. Wait 5 minutes, they'll tell you. I got it. So like vegetarians, vegans, and drag queens. Dear Bob, how can you tell if someone is LGBTQA plus AAIP? Wait 2 minutes and they'll tell you. Yes, wait 5 minutes, they'll tell you. Understood. Dear Bob, how can you tell if someone owns an electric car? Wait 5 minutes and they'll tell you. Dear Bob, why won't anyone respect my pronouns or use them? They are cum-mer. Dear Bob, why does Mariner being bi matter? Who the hell cares? It doesn't matter, and nobody seems to care. Have you noticed it didn't even come up today? It didn't So for those of you who don't know, if you haven't been watching Lower Decks, even though it's been strongly hinted, I mean, it's been shown, but it's been strongly hinted in the past that Mariner is bisexual. On this latest episode of Lower Decks, her longer term girlfriend is mentioned, as is shown on screen. So she has a girlfriend. So fine. Nobody cares. It didn't make me angry. It didn't do anything for the episode. It didn't make the episode good. It didn't make the episode bad. It did 0 for the episode. So it really don't understand. It doesn't matter. Nobody cares. You just move on with that. That's the best thing. That's when you know that being bi doesn't mean it matter anymore. Nobody makes a big deal of it. Dear Bop, I've never really come across a drag queen. Is that because you typically come in them? God damn it. Chrono says no spoilers, too late. She kissed a girl. You don't see them kiss. Dear Bop, a new picture from Discovery season 5. Oh, what's that? A fucking motorcycle? Their first look at a brand new adventure on season 5 of Star Trek Discovery. John Toon Rugby says it was good before everyone had to discuss their feelings all the time. Yeah, I'm guessing it's going to be the same way again. Okay. Dear Bob, Dan Ben, I was asking what species this character was from the new episode of Star Trek Lower Decks. Okay, well, it seems to still be a link to Michael Burnham on a motorcycle. But to be honest, continue as Wordle Pray 5. Do I even have? I had an Instagram account back in the day. I'm surprised. No, I don't want notifications. What the hell is this stuff? Okay, no. Goodbye. I don't know what character, Dan Ben. There was that bird-looking character I know was from the animated series, but I don't know what it's called. No, it wasn't Brad's old girlfriend. Dear Bob, Wesley here. Baja California is getting hit by a hurricane today, and all I get is a little bit of rain. Not even enough to put out the fires. At least it's not an earthquake again. No questions. Thanks, Boo. Wesley out. I heard the San Diego area might get as much as 6 inches of rain, and they were worried about landslides. I hope you're far enough away, Wes. Dear Bob, Chase Matherson, 2021. Okay. I guess that was her. Well, it looks like she was wearing the same fucking thing. She was wearing the exact same dress in 2021, although now it's tighter on her. Dear Bob, Wesley again. Look up Hurricane K if you want to know more. I'm in a safe area. Baja California won't be so lucky. Oh, I already saw it, Wes. I followed it. I know it's headed up to the coast today. It's not often that Southern California gets hit with a hurricane. It's also keeping it cooler down there. But stay safe, Wes. To be honest, I didn't even think you would be in danger, and I guess you're not. But yeah, be safe. Dear Bob, Mama Pray, check Birdo Pray food. I think he got extra sodium today. I did. I did. I ate a Wendy's chicken sandwich today. I had to cheat. Today was a cheat day. Dear Bop, the USS Titan, as they show it, is actually the Titan A. And if anything, it looks like the USS Vengeance from Star Trek Into Darkness. And it is true. It does have a resemblance there, but I really like it. I don't care. It's a beautiful looking ship. They just should be called an Enterprise. Dear Bop, opinions on Ed Begley Jr.? I have zero idea who Ed Begley Jr. is. So why don't we? Oh, there's Rock Solid Shop. For those who, let's paste and search. Ed Begley Jr. Edward James Begley is an American actor and environmental activist. He appeared in hundreds of films. Born September 16, 1942, age 72 years in Los Angeles, California. Oh, he's the lawyer on Better Call Saul. He's one of the lawyers. I like him. He seems like a fine actor in the one thing I ever watched with him in that I can remember. Richie Poole says, Mariner kissing a girl would give Bird of Prey a new super chat. Kissing Mariner. No, we wouldn't. Because it doesn't do anything for me. Kronos' Bird should make new super chats. Maybe. Kronos says, Ed is a dink from Voyager's The Time Cheater. Oh, was he in Voyager too? He was in Future's End, says John DeMarco. Well, I don't remember him. Dear Bop, I'm American. Why do so many people get mad that I haven't read Tom Sawyer? I don't know, because it's a quintessential American work of fiction. A lot of people forced to read it in school. I don't really care if you read it or not, but I get it. Dear Bob, Dan Ben, what species is this character? It looks like a Tellarite to me. I'm guessing that's the lower decks version of a Tellarite, but I don't know. I don't know for sure. One more, Dear Bob. Some people think the new Titans looks like a Star Trek fan ship Shangri-La if you Google it. Well, I'm not going to. I don't really care if it looks like a fan ship or not. I just know it looks like a good ship. Richie Poole says the doctor on Voyager got his mobile emitter from Ed Begley. Oh, right. That's it. The time ship. That was the episode with Sarah Silverman. Talk about people who went downhill quickly. Anyway, guys, I do got to get going. It is 6:30, and I probably have physical therapy in a few minutes. So thank you all for coming and hanging out. I actually would have had even more to say about Star Trek Day, but there's only so much I can rant in a given day. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm sorry I don't have any reviews of the last two episodes of Lower Decks. Frankly, I'm not sure if I'm ever going to do them. If there's something worthwhile coming out from Lower Decks, then I'll review it. I hope you enjoy. Qapla all. Bird out. And we're not doing the ending credits because I don't have time. So we're just going to shut down. Qapla, thank you all for coming. And Bird out. Oh no, a giant tar monster got me.